Alright, what is up, guys? So today's video I wanted to cover carbohydrates, but before that I wanted to say shout out to Danny Pasquale. He's from the 24-hour gym that I work out at, and he vlogs too, and he makes some dope videos. You should really check them out. His channel is going to be linked below, so if you guys want to check it out. He's way advanced than me, so I think you'd like his videos. They're really funny, and if you've ever met him, you'll really understand them, and he's really interesting, a really interesting guy. Also, shout out to Meraldo, funny dude. You'll get it when you watch his videos. All right, guys. So carbohydrates. Carbohydrates again are any sugars. So you might be wondering, oh yeah, sugar is just the table sugar. I don't need any of that, or I eat a little bit of that. Well, in reality, carbohydrates are basically are in all plants, because plants make sugar for fuel. That's what That's what gives them the energy to make more plants, or more of itself. And carbohydrates are carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen compounds, and it's the bonds that they carry together which gives the energy. Now, carbohydrates are grains, flours, breads, plants, fruits, fibers, starches, glycogen, and basically all those that I just said. So, some people might be like, I have a low carbohydrate diet, a high carbohydrate diet. Well, you might want to really think about if you should be intaking a lot of carbohydrates or a little bit of carbohydrates. Now, there are many forms of carbohydrates. There are monosaccharides, disaccharides, and polysaccharides. Now, really quickly, monosaccharides, like mono, the prefix means one, di means two, and then poly means many. So that means there's many units of sugar in those in those chemical compounds. So what I really wanted to cover is, so carbohydrates, again, like I stated in previous videos, if you want to go watch those, 1 gram of carbohydrates equals 4 calories. I'm not really going to tell you how many grams of carbohydrates you should be having. You should either try to find that out through you're calculating your body weight, your height, how your needs, how much you walk a day, how much you work, is your job laborious or not, do you sit all day, and many other stuff. How's your digestion, how's your metabolism, and other things like that. But I just want to cover the simple things of carbohydrates. Again, carbohydrates are sugar, starches, glycogen, and fibers. Now, the sugars can be found in food, so can the starches. But glycogen is found in your blood. Now, glycogen is made when your body absorbs those carbohydrates in your body. They absorb it, and your body uses that glycogen. The stored form of carbohydrates or sugar is glycogen. So when they use the stored form of sugar, which is glycogen, it goes to your muscles, your liver, your brain, and basically to cover all bodily functions. So that's what glycogen is. It's readily used fuel. So let's say when I'm just extending my hand, my body is going to be using glycogen to be moving my body, because I do eat carbohydrates. Now, if you don't eat carbohydrates, or your carbohydrates are fairly low, you might be using, again, still glycogen, but your body might be making it from something else. It might be uncoupling some fat and making it from there, or some protein if you don't eat carbs or fat. But I'll go over that in later episodes. So yeah, carbohydrates, your body's first form of energy, readily used, and your body can easily use it to move your body, to have daily functions and all that stuff. But again, remember, If you don't eat carbohydrates, or if you eat a lot of carbohydrates, really ask yourself why, and do you really need them, and assess if you need them or not. Now, people really think carbohydrates are mandatory in your diet. They're really not. Carbohydrates are not necessary in a person's diet. You have essential fatty acids, essential proteins, but you don't have essential carbohydrates or sugars. So you don't have to intake carbs. Now, I'm not telling you that you should not take them in. I'm just telling you that they're not needed for the body. Honestly, the body is, your brain is actually more used to using fat when you're just a baby. You were using more fat than carbohydrates or sugars. Even though if you're in the Euro stage and your mom, she was eating tons of carbs. Most of them would not make it to you. If maybe a fraction of them would. But again, I'll cover pregnancy and nutrition later on in different videos. So again, carbohydrates, sugars, starches, glycogen, and fiber. I'll cover fiber in the later episodes too, but just remember, carbs, not needed, good for energy, good for rapid energy, but over time your body does use up all your carbs. If you're doing extraneous exercise or training like hard like an athlete, or if you haven't eaten in a while and your body's just tapping into all that glycogen or sugar that's in your body. Now, carbohydrates can be stored as fat. When let's say you have, perfect example, if you have a water bottle, this is your body, a water bottle, and let's say you're filling it up to replenish it. What happens when you fill it too much? Now it's going to start overflowing, and that what's in example is going to be more like of you storing fat. So the excess that is coming out from the bottle from the top, spilling all over wherever, is basically you turning those carbohydrates into fat. But only if you do intake carbohydrates in excess, because the insulin, the hormone created by our body, our liver, is actually trying to store all those sugar molecules in your muscle, taking it to the liver, but you're just eating too much where there's not enough insulin to help it be stored, so that unstored carbohydrates are turned into fat. Gonna go into that later. It just doesn't happen like that, so don't worry about it. But I just would like to say, again, if you're the type of person that says, oh, I'm not good on a low carbohydrate diet, but you're working like 12, 16 hour days, or you're doing high intensity sprints like 4 to 5 times a week for an hour or two, really rethink that, because you probably are just really scared of carbohydrates, because we all go through that when we're trying to get, lose weight or lean or anything like that. And vice versa, those people that, are trying to get big, or they're really trying to gain lots of weight, they're really small. Yes, you do need a good amount of carbohydrates, but you don't need like 1,000 grams if you're only like 140 to 160 or even 180 pound person. But you're saying, oh, but I lift weights really hard and my muscles are, they're getting depleted and I feel like I don't have any energy. Well, the reason because of that is because since carbohydrates are your first line of defense or your first form of energy, they're the easiest to expel, to waste. But what happens if you add in another nutrient? Not protein, because protein doesn't really give you readily energy. But let's say you add in some more fat. Now, fat people underestimate because they think that it's not good. You're gonna get fat off of fat. I mean, again, I'll go over this later in other videos when I cover fat, but just try it. If you're gonna see that there's gonna be a difference between your muscle density and how you retain your weight when you up the fat a little bit and decrease the carbs a little bit more. Now, don't just increase the fat right away and then don't decrease the carbohydrates. That might just get you really fat. So I mean, it's not really advice. It's just anecdotal things that I've seen over the time with me, other people, and I'm not gonna throw studies at you because I'm not good at editing. So again, please like, share, comment. Comment if you dislike this video. If you don't, if you want me to go a little slower, or you're just like, hey, dude, I don't like your channel. You should just give it up. I mean, just comment that. That would be actually make my day if you at least comment that. But again, guys, thank you for watching. And if you guys want more information about a specific topic, please comment down below again. If you liked it, liked it. If you didn't like it, then dislike it or like it. Because, I mean, all, like, disliking it is still a win for me, if you guys don't know. But, yeah, again, also check out Danny Pasquale's YouTube channel. Really cool guy, really nice guy, genuine guy. And he has some funny stories. Like, when I watched his videos, I was just really surprised, guys. Alright, see you guys later. Peace.